So dear friends, I welcome to this particular part of this course where we are going to discuss the challenges in Indian research and writing. In this first session on this particular aspect, we will like to highlight two types of challenges which you can see in Indian research. These challenges are with respect to quality and quantity. Quality means that we have already discussed in our earlier sessions where Professor Semmelty mentioned about the impact of the research. So the quality is basically related that how impactful is your research, how others are going to follow your research, what kind of societal value is being generated by your research. So these are the different issues which are basically focused around the quality aspect. The second particular issue is with respect to quantity. The numbers, our number is also not very significant with respect to research, and both these are the most important challenges in Indian research and writing. We need to improve on our numbers and we also improve on our quality of the research. So our challenges are twofold. First, we are going to focus in this particular session about the number. Now, when I see the number, one of the most respected database is Clarivate Analytics. Now, as per this Clarivate Analytics, where you have the very popular name Web of Science. As part of academic writing, particularly in science, engineering, these fields, we know about SCI indexed journals. Now, this SCI index journal is basically those journals which are part of Web of Science, and they have a product. The company which is doing this whole databasing is Thomson Reuters, and Thomson Reuters has developed this Clarivate Analytics. And as per Clarivate Analytics, if I see some important research area at the global level, these are biochemistry, molecular biology, chemistry, electrical electronics engineering, medicine research and experimental activities, economics, management. So these are the some important areas where we publish our papers. Now, as per the comparison available from June 2019, you see in institutions which are affiliated in USA, they have published in the field of biochemistry around 9,78,000 papers, while in India we are even less than 1 lakh. It is just 54,000 papers in India. So you see there is a huge number gap. This is huge number gap. Similarly, in the area of chemistry, USA institutions have published 6,65,000 papers till date, and Indian institutions have published only 85,000 papers. Electrical electronics engineering, USA institutions have published 7,42,000 papers. Indian institutions have published 1,42,000 papers, and so on. You can see in this table, in the field of medicine research and experimental activities, USA institutions are touching around 3,50,000, where Indian institutions are around 15,000. In economics, you see USA institutions are around 2,70,000, Indian institutions are just around 7,000. So this huge gap is there with respect to academic writing in India. So our numbers in these publications, in these top ranking journals which are globally recognized, our numbers are really a matter of concern for all of us. So we first need to see that how to create more awareness. So why this number is less? Because we are not writing, we are not publishing, we do not know what is the benefit of publishing, and therefore our numbers are very low. We are not able to recognize that what benefit publishing will give to us, and therefore we are not interested in writing research papers. We are not interested in publishing in quality journals. So that is one important problem. Similarly, if you see this, I have done on the basis of research areas, that in leading research areas, what is the contribution of India versus USA. Similarly, if you do this comparison on the basis of institutions, so we have one very popular name from USA, that is MIT. MIT is a globally recognized institution, and from MIT till date, till June 2019, total number of publications which are available somewhere around 2,90,000, and from all IITs, the complete IIT system available in India, which is considered to be the most reputed organizations in India with respect to engineering, technology, science, education, their cumulative output from the Web of Science database is less than 2 lakh. So, this is about the publication, and when I see the quality, our issue will become even more severe. These 2,90,000 papers from MIT, they have somewhere around 9 lakh citations, and these papers from IIT systems, they have somewhere around 3 lakh citations. So, this speaks about the output quality which we are producing. But at the moment, in this particular session, we are more concerned about the numbers, that why we are not able to produce good number in our academic research, and therefore, we need to see that what are the major challenges in Indian research. Now, the major challenge is the lack of scientific training in the methodology of the research. At our graduation, post-graduation level, we are not able to develop that scientific temperament in our students. We teach them, we have world class syllabus, but we are not able to create those thinking entities, and therefore, we are not able to develop a good research acumen. That is the first important challenge, that we are not creating thinking people. We are creating those people who are very good in obeying the instructions. You give them instruction, they will continuously follow those instructions. But when it comes to thinking, because research requires lot of thinking, and therefore, this is the first important challenge that is coming from our training which we are providing at our senior secondary level, at UG level, at PG level. So, therefore, a lack of scientific training and particularly research methodology, that is a biggest challenge. The second important challenge is there is insufficient interaction between the university research departments on one side and business establishment, government departments and research institutions on the other side. So, we have limited interaction between various entities in the society. When you are not interacting with the entities around you, you will not be able to get new research problems, and when you do not have research problems in hand, what will you publish, what will you work on? So, therefore, that system needs to be developed. That is a very important challenge, that if I am in government department, I feel that I know everything. If I am doing a business, I feel these academicians know nothing about business. So, I am not very open to academicians. When I am in academics, I feel that others are all those people who know nothing about research publication, and therefore, we are not able to develop that ecosystem where collaboration, where partnerships can be developed. Good research publications, good research writings can only happen when you have collaboration with various stakeholders. Third important thing is, most of the business units in our country do not have the confidence that the material supplied by them to the researchers. So, you see, in India, most of the good organizations, they have their own training departments, they have their own R&D setups, though the setup is only doing R&D or training related to their particular requirements, but they have very limited confidence on academia, that academia can also provide valuable input to them. So, that is another important challenge, and therefore, this interaction is very weak. Fourth is, research studies overlapping one another are undertaken quite often for want of adequate information. Lot of overlapping is happening, and overlapping is again happening because we are not making proper collaboration. We are not interacting with other stakeholders. So, each one of us may be doing similar kind of studies. We are in this part of India where Himalayas there, Ganga is there, we have a very beautiful flora and fauna in this area, but because of limited coordination between various agencies, it is quite possible that multiple agencies may be doing similar kind of work in this area for the sake of saving the Himalaya, for the sake of saving Ganga, for the sake of saving flora and fauna in this area. We all may be involved in the similar kind of research, but if you see, all these agencies collaborate and they do that research with proper synchronization, the impact will be much higher. So, that is also a very important issue, that we do overlapping studies, and when we do overlapping studies, the good publications will not be possible, because you will not be able to bring novelty in your research, and that will decrease your numbers as well as quality of publications also. And then finally, you can also say that there does not exist a code of conduct for researchers, and inter-university and interdepartmental rivalries are also quite common, because we do not have proper research etiquettes and we do not have proper research ethics also. And therefore, lot of issues are happening with respect to, like you go to a PhD examination, and in that PhD examination you got a very good idea from that PhD presentation. Now, you come to your university and you can give similar kind of idea to your students or your research team to pursue that idea further. Now, this may create a lot of inter-university, interdepartmental rivalries. Therefore, it is a very good important thing that how can we start writing white papers, how can we do working paper, so that whatever work I am doing, I can protect it right from the beginning, and interdepartmental, inter-university rivalries can be minimized, and it will also help us in avoiding the overlapping of the research. So, if we can start the system of working paper in our Indian organizations, it will certainly improve the quality of research output. It will also avoid the overlapping, and we may have a more collaborative research environment in our country. So, with this, we stop here in this first session of challenges for Indian research writing. Thank you very much.